Warzone Season 2 is coming just around the corner in just a few days, and with it, probably going to get a balancing patch, and with that, we're probably going to see a nerf to the Riveter and the Haymaker shotgun. So this video is one last hoorah for the Riveter before it catches its inevitable nerf into the ground. Now, over the weekend, there was a clip on Twitter catching some traction about a particular build for the Riveter someone was using, and I thought I would share with you guys what the secret sauce is for that build, and share with you guys what the build is exactly and which one you should be using, in my opinion. Because this thing is absolutely disgusting. Now, if you remember a while back, I think it was in Modern Warfare 3 particular for multiplayer, I talked about the Canted Vibro.laser. Now, what's so special about this laser? Normally, it just turns your gun into sort of a canted aiming style gun, which isn't really always the greatest. But for these two shotguns that have it, which are the Riveter and the Haymaker, it essentially turns your projectile, all of your spread, your buckshot, into one condensed pellet. So essentially, it turns it into somewhat of a slug. Like I said, I've talked about this before. If you want to go watch that video, go ahead and check it out on my channel. But yeah, essentially, with the Riveter and the Haymaker, you put this thing on, you get that canted aiming, and boom, all of your pellets condense into one when you aim. So you essentially get a really nice compact package of damage for a shotgun. And with the Riveter in particular, it's really good because you only have 4 pellets for the Riveter, so any little bit of spread really hurts the gun. But this thing, since you basically shoot a projectile with the canted laser, all that just kind of goes away, and as long as you hit your shot, bam, you are getting the max damage that you can possibly with that gun in that particular range. And given these ranges you see here for the Riveter with Incendiary ammo, you can see the damage you can inflict with this thing is just insane. This thing is ridiculously good with this canted laser, and I don't know why it took me so long to actually try it out again in Warzone, but man, it is so good. It is so awesome. I can see people really liking this, but there is a downside, of course, and that is you don't have spread. So when you aim, you got to hit your shot like it's just a normal gun, like there's no spread. So up close, it can make it a little bit trickier if you're not really spot on with your tracking, but the nice thing is that it makes it so useful at ranges, like even at 20 meters, if you're hitting your shots and actually hitting the target with this like it's a projectile or a slug, you can do some nasty things and make some nasty plays with this thing. It's just kind of crazy. And what's nice too is when you use this laser, since you get such a tight spread, you don't have to worry about using a choke or having a tac stance build. You can just pop on that 30 round mag, put that big barrel that gives you 34% more range on, maybe have an attachment for recoil like I do because this thing's got a lot of kick, and bam, you have an incredibly versatile close range weapon. And yes, if you even want to shoot like it's a normal shotgun, just don't aim, just hip fire it, and it has decent spread, so where if someone's in your face, you don't have to aim. You get that benefit where it's got some spread and you can still kill very, very quick. So what's the particular build I'm talking about? Well, here you go. This is the new Canted Vibro.laser build for the Riveter with Incendiary, and it is god tier. This is amazing. Again, like I said, it does make it slightly harder to use since you kind of have to aim and hit your shots well, but the thing is, if you use this and you use that skin for the Incendiary ammo where you can see a little bit better, there's no flame shooting, you can track people fairly well and fairly easily and still get that incredible damage potential at even further distances where, because of the normal spread and the fact it only has 4 pellets, wouldn't normally be possible otherwise. The muzzle attachment I'm rocking is the best one you can use for the Riveter when it comes to just pure recoil control. It's probably the best one I could find. No, this gun sadly does not have that Jack BFB attachment muzzle that you could get with some of the other guns, which is really unfortunate. I think it'd be really useful in some shotguns like this one, but this particular muzzle attachment works very well, and I recommend it because this gun does have a little bit of kick. But if you're okay with it and you want to rock no stock instead, then by all means go for it, but I really recommend using this for recoil control. Trust me, it's going to make your shots at long distances just a little bit easier. As for my overall thoughts on this build, the canted laser, man, it's a pretty awesome thing to see. I really like the idea about this canted laser reducing all of that spread to basically nothing. It can make for some really crazy scenarios with these shotguns at ranges they probably shouldn't normally be doing so well at. I've known about the canted laser since Modern Warfare 3 came out, but this in Warzone is actually incredibly good. And yes, you can do this with the Haymaker as well. I just think it works better on the Riveter since, of course, you only have 4 pellets with the Riveter. The spread can be an issue, but also having it be full auto makes it a lot easier to manage, so you don't have to spam your shots with the trigger finger. So in my opinion, this is a top tier, god tier shotgun build you guys have to try, and it's probably going to get nerfed. It's absolutely going to get nerfed. I don't know if the canted laser necessarily will get nerfed, but I do know the Riveter will get nerfed, so use it while you can. But guys, that's just about going to do it for this video, so let me know down below in the comments, what do you think about this build? What do you think about the Riveter and its inevitable nerf that it's going to get? And are you excited to see if any shotgun buffs are actually going to come out of the Season 2 patch? And with all that being said, guys, I will see you in the next video.